Hello and welcome to Division 6, Race 10 in Japan. Usually I would have my co-commentator alongside me, DTR No Joke, but it is just me, DTR Dimax, for the time being until he decides to show his face. So let me get all these streaming. Sadly I'm on a PS4, so any problems that may incur we can blame it on that. As the first one out onto the track will be, wow, that's really fast, MBB 06. So I think actually I did a quick review of the standings, and Schreiber, along with his teammate, what's his name? Very fast man. I think it's Nobbert. I don't know. There you can take constructors. I think if Schreiber wins here, gets full points, and the team behind, the AlphaTauris, do not score any points. So TTT Nerdy Gamer needs to score no points, and Chef needs to score no points. Anyway, MBB is going to cross the line. So to start a lap, same with Blue Pirate. I would usually speak through the lap, but I think that's Schreiber has spun in the first corner. Touching the inside curb can offset the car just a little bit sometimes, so it could have been that. Anyway, back on board with MBB, who decides to take no curb and gets all out of shape going into the second. I forget his name. I really need to improve on the corner names, but he just didn't take any curb on the inside. The first right-hander just led him onto the curb, and you bottom out there. You have to have such a high ride height not to bottom out, and I don't think the drivers are running such a high ride height. Anyway, that means the first person to set a lap will be Ralph here. As he now comes down the long back straight with one semi corner, if you will, in 30R. As he sets a purple sector 2, obviously being the only one to complete sector 3. Doesn't take any of the curb at the last corner, seems good, short shifting all the way to the line with a 31.4. A great lap. And then obviously MB is going to cross the line now with a slow lap. And then Kings will cross the line. He sits a 1:30.3, 1 second faster than now. And the Haas of Pirate Bowl crosses the line with a 1:32.3, that's it, 23. Who else crossed the line? Schreiber's going to cross the line, but obviously he spun, so his time will be another 5. Oh no, it was he came into the pits, never mind. As Kitchen spins at the second corner, or first corner if you we should call that one big corner, yeah. Spins at the first corner, but he's already set a lap, a 1:32.2, as I don't butcher his name, Kuzinikov is P3 with a 1:35, and he spins as well. I don't know if it's retirement. Didn't look like he hit the wall too fast, but we know how fragile these F1 cars can be. So his fastest time is a 1:31.5, and he will not be able to improve on that. Who else is on a lap? Kitchen has spun again, and we've got the third place AlphaTauri misses the apex by quite a margin there, but it could have been off-put by the car that was stricken near the apex. Just gets a little bit of curb there for rotation of the hairpin. Solid exit as he comes into the final, near the final sector. We'll see what he can put in. Does he get a purple second sector? I think he will set the fastest lap. Maybe. Or Kazingle, as I'm calling him. He's currently on pole. Who set that lap? Hans set a 1:31.9, and so the composite a 1:33.2. And Nerdy crossed the line setting 1:32.0. I'm sure he'll go much faster than that. Skipper's just starting his lap now, I think. Yes, he is. Then with Pyro, who's on a lap as well. Just came like the S's. And he spins in the second corner. He is, yes. His rear wheel slams into the back of the arcades. That's 2 retirements, but he hasn't even set a time. So it's very unfortunate for Pirate there. So we will go on board with Skipper, who will see the incident as he is just flipping hacks on his side road. As he in his red Ferrari. It's not clever, is it? It's more, I don't know. I don't know what colour that is. Anyway, he'll get his corner names up. He perfectly does the 2 left-handers. Doesn't run on the exit curb a lot. It can really off-put the car, but it can gain you so much time if you use it correctly. As he comes up to 130R. Patience and a tiny downshift into 7th and back up to 8th there. Taking the curb as well. As he's really wide. Going towards the line up. Pushing P5 at 1:31.8. And Shiver on his fastest lap, man, in 2nd in the championship. Now we're going ball with him. As he sets a lap, as who else on a lap? Is Hans about to improve on a lap? He does at P4, 1:31.5. I just saw Shiver invalidates his lap. So he'll have to go to the pits for a new set of tyres. As Chef was on a lap, I think. I don't think he's now with 3 lap old soft tyres. No, he's got PP 80132.1. Anyone else on a lap? No, not at the moment. There is just the McLaren kitchen. You know McLaren tonight doing his outlap before we get started. Going to have to check on my co-commentator who has currently been absent all of this race so far. Not too unlike him though. Unreliable. No, he's a great driver and commentator. When we did Division 3 last week, we were praised and very thankful of the comments that people made for our commentating as he comes to us on the start of the lap, and I think how we might walk us through here. So usually if a driver's using a line, you want to be braking that just as you touch the apex, which is a little later for him. He carries much more speed than I would. Perfectly braking there, kitchen. Now he comes into the S's, but he slowly backs off a lot into the first S. As he stays in 6th, a really high gear, completely misses the apex of the... Yeah, I think he might be coming off this lap. Yeah, he is. Very unfortunate. For him, he seems to do the first corner perfectly. As Kazingle and Ralph, I call him Kazingle, and Ralph on a lap, we'll see Ralph come through the S's in 6th as well. I prefer doing it in 5th, but this is just my opinion. Short shift into 7th as he comes up the left tail. This is always really hard to spin out. You could have spin up anywhere in that corner. It's such a long left-hander, and if you carry too much speed, you will. The tyres just don't grip, and you lose speed. Very easy to spin that corner, as we've seen many drivers do already. As we come towards the hairpin, awkward braking zone. You touch the inside curb to get a tiny bit of rotation, like the Nerdy Gamer did. But if you take too much on the throttle, it really does offer the car like Bog did the last lap of Division 5. That was a hectic finish. As MBB seems to be off, he's just stricken in the gravel at turn 7. As he slowly re-enters the track, but obviously leaves enough room for the gamer. As Kitchen's in, he didn't set a lap. Who was I just on board with? Ralph. But Kazingle, the Aston Martin, obviously not watching his lap. He knew fastest for 1:31, but Ralph's going to put in a lap here for 1:31.3. So currently, man on pole is really flying, and the only man that I think could stop him really is Schreiber. As we go on board with him now, 1.2 seconds in front. See who we're going with all the way up this corner. I would shift it a bit earlier, that could have lost him a bit of time. As he turns in prematurely and then goes back onto the line, then turns in. He's on the curb a lot there, but obviously different set up to different to what I use, so I could be criticising. Even it is getting his time perfect hairpin there. Played a lot of got a lot of apex speed. So he takes it really wide, sits to the right hand side here. Triple downshift to 5th, then a sole downshift into 4th, and then a quick upshift back into 5th usually. And he doesn't use any of the runoff. As well as doing a full yellow in sectors 1 and 2, but that seems to be cleared now. Who that was. Sitting a purple sector 2. Does try, we'll see what he does, how good he can nail this with Kane. He can, doesn't take it any, all the way down from first, doesn't take any of the curbs. And now pins it to the side of the track where he's going to cross the line, setting 1:31.1, still 1 second, 1 whole second off King Gazingle here in Division 1, I mean Division 6, sorry. Schreiber won't get another lap. But who is on a lap is both Alpha Tauris here, but Jefferson validates, so we'll stay on board with the game as we can hear the perfect sound. Oh, but he's got wing damage. The front left end plate doesn't seem to be attached, I just noticed. Also, there's a brilliant sound of the Alpha Tauris diffuser there on the downshifts into the hairpin. MBB's also on a lap. If we go on to him, seems to be 2 tenths up as we enter the final chicane. Gets enough curve in the first turn, get the rotation in. Nice solid exit, no spinning exit, comes into the pits. I thought that was a good lap, but maybe no, he disagrees. As I don't know who is on a lap. Skipper? Skipper's 3-minute lap, so he'll probably be starting a lap now. We'll see what he can set when he comes to the end of his lap. Hands is also on a lap as he comes out of the first sector. The double right-hander, doesn't take any of the curves, slows down enough, I guess all on the curve there. It's a lot of curve on the inside. I mean, other drivers have a lot of different setups, so this setup could be more stable than the setups that I use, and that's why I'm criticising these drivers sometimes when I say, oh, they shouldn't be doing that, oh, that's losing them time, but I don't know, I'm just using my intuition. As he's the only man in the final sector at the moment, or going into the final sector. He doesn't downshift, oh, he does downshift, a bit odd there. I took 2 bites at the corner for the second one stuck. As it comes to 1:30R, and then the close into the hairpin around 70 meters. Oh, gets enough curve, comes into a really steep angle there. He's all on the curve on the exit of the right, but he seems to have got the traction down, and it does. He puts him ahead of his teammate, 1:31.1, close to second place, but nowhere near first place. Zingle's amazing lap. He's just untouchable at the moment. Skipper's now 1/10 off as he sets a purple middle sector. He breaks to 70 meters, or more like 80. He's a little bit of curve, comes into this. Oh, takes a lot of curve, so that's what you want to be doing. Takes a lot of the curve on the exit of the chicane, and he comes to the line there, 1:31.5. That puts him an improvement of 2 tenths. It puts him, I don't think he moves up in place actually. Anyway, BB Boldy, he's on lap, he's up 6 tenths, and he's invalidated, so we won't see the end of that lap. Mock is on a lap as well, with a lot of cars in front of him, as he's just going to have to try to focus on the road ahead. Who's his car in front? Are they on a lap? Kitchen's not. Kitchen gets out of the way though, which is good. Mock was a solid driver. I've talked to him a few times when we were doing Liam Nations, a fellow Canadian, like Jug himself. Obviously shows tremendous passion and like great driving skills. Unfortunately, speed is not quite there. He takes perfect amount of exit, entry speed into that corner. He's really fond of the race engineering side as he comes out. He'd much rather be someone's race engineer than race himself, so he is quick. That's only double downshift, stays in fifth. Perfectly gets the apex. You can feel the rear sliding out a tiny bit, but he controls it perfectly. He gets traction down, sticking to the left as we approach 130R to get all the time in the world. No, all the time possible, sorry. Now he comes into the chicane, takes enough curve on both sides of rotation, sticking to the right as well. A little bit of a slide there that chucks him a bit further out, and he puts in P5, 131. Fourth good lap from him as Kitchen's going to cross the line now to start a lap, I think, because obviously we saw him get out of the way for Mark. Who else is on a lap, do you think? Is he going to improve on his time? No. I don't think so. Crazy from him. Crazy lap at the moment from him. Also, I'm getting told that it is dry race, so there will be no rain. Kazingo's in his first lap to see if he can improve anywhere. Obviously, we know this man is great, so I don't want to. Obviously, it's great to see him, but I want to get focused on some other drivers at the moment who are closer to the finish line. As Gamer, Kitchen that gets disqualified for driving the wrong way in this session. But where's he parked? There's that car on the apex. Hopefully he doesn't get in this car's away. He's parked right on the apex, and he ghosts through Scheiber. Anyway, as I'm back on board with Gamer, he comes into the chicane. Takes it to the chicane, sticks it to the right of the track towards the finish line. Can he improve? He does. P6. And now the Mercedes of MBB across the line. He doesn't improve. Next across the line is the Alpine of Mock, and he comes into the pit lane next across the line. After him is Chef. He's up 4 tenths apparently. We'll see what he can set when he crosses the line. Can he move up any places? He can. P9. One improvement as Kazingo now comes across the line. Is he up? It says he is. We don't know. William Boyer 129. He does. 129.9. A great lap from him as now Ralph crosses the line. Can he get anywhere near Kazingo? No, he can't. P4. Stays P4. Scheiber across the line. Doesn't improve on his lap. Unfortunately. As Composite will be the last one to cross the line as he is on a slow lap though in low fuel mode. So that's how it stands. Comes an end to qualifying. A 1.1 second gap from P1 to P2. Which is crazy. Kazingo takes the pole position. Worthy with a lap such as itself. Scheiber at 131 puts in P2. Hans P3. His teammate behind him P4. Very close there, only separated by half a tenth. Mock P5, great qualifying from him in the Alpine. Average Gamer in 6th place. Good qualifying for him. I expect he's going to make up some places in the race. As he scored decent points against Scheiber, his constructor's rival, as Kazinakov only put in one lap that put him P7 after retiring at the first corner. As now I can continue. Skipper, a legend on track, and he separated from Kazinakov by something like 23 thousandths of a second, separate P7 and P8. And behind them, Nerdy Gamer's teammate P9, Chef, and the other Alpha Tauri. BB Boldy gets P10, the Haas. Composite in the Ferrari, 11th. MBB. Okay, qualifying a few spins, but it seems to be okay. Didn't DNF That's 12th place for him. Pirate in the other Haas P13 could not set a lap at all. Kitchen disqualified for going the wrong way, and that is it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And that brings us nicely onto the race. We have a Kazinikov fan in chat wanting him to go, 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 Kazinikov. As hopefully we will see him do from P7. We see if we make up any places, which I obviously assume he will. As I'm going to take a quick drink if I can find it. I had a bottle up here somewhere of water, but I don't know, my mouth is lots of talking, you know. I'm going to quickly grab a drink as the drivers pick their strategies and tyres as we begin the formation lap. They have 20 seconds to do so. I shall see if I can get a drink that fast. As I now have my drink, and already disqualified from the race, Composite and MVB getting off the line, they make contact, their tyres will be nice and chilly, actually not nice, but very chilly. They'll have difficulty getting off the line, as we have a connection issue with TT Gamer, seems to be disconnected. We'll see if he can join back. Usually streams his races, so if you want to see a POV from him, always good to watch. As the 14 drivers here, I think Kazingo's just going to have to slow down towards the final straight just to let TT Gamer catch up. As my co-commentator gets here just in time for the race, DTR No Jog will join us here for the start.
How's it going, guys? No late, no problem here.
It's going great. We've just had a pole lap that has beat the rest of the grid by 1.1 seconds. Kazingos, I don't know how to say his name, managed to get pole from Scheiber by 1.1 seconds. Which is great. Can you get into the lobby? How are you?
I believe so. I can request to join.
I don't know who the host is. I think it's BB Boldy.
But, I should have.
As you have, I'll quickly put the tyre
The drivers
on.
are doing their jobs.
Hopefully you should get one in time. I can invite you as well if you would want.
It seems like, yeah, that was better. It seems like I got some invites from the Division 3 lobby as well. That might be a little mix-up.
Where is DTR? No Jug, no problem.
Just checking with all the fans here today. Is it a Thursday?
It is a Thursday.
Great. Also, before I jump in the lobby, I'm jumping in right now. I would like to welcome the new and improved DTR _DYNS.
Just was talking about that, a poor start from Kazingo, as now as I'm trying to invite No Jug, no problem, I have no sound at all, which is really poor, as the two Red Bulls fighting Kazingo here. Ralph loses out and is being pushed by Mock after going super slowly into the second S. Schreiber's got a great start away from Kazingo, his race pace clearly not the same as his qualifying pace. Hand moves up 2 positions. Mock, I kind of missed the start because I was inviting No Joke, which is poor of me. This is very awkward with no sound, so forgive me, no one side by side. I'm going to try quickly fix this.
I believe that's Scheiber, or Scheiber.
Scheiber. As down the inside, you can see in the background is Kitchen on BB Baldy. I'm just... There we go. As the sound is now back. As everyone started on the medium tyre, I can let Jug do some commentating now. Whatever he wants to.
Hey guys, Jeff here. Now that I'm in the session, I'll be keeping my ears and eyes out for anything going on through the field, as well as catching some radio messages through the field. The first thing I see though is Bogarovsky's down on the grid today.
No, he's not. I think he was unavailable, unfortunately, just before the race. It's always a pleasure to watch him drive. As composite, thinking about going down the inside of Kitchen to turn 1, but it's a very difficult place to dive bomb as Peter gets all out of shape.
I'm sticking out the leader here, 1.7 seconds ahead of Shiba.
Got a great. I think if Shiba wins here, Alfa Romeo wins constructors. As unfortunately here, Kazinikov comes out of the pits on new soft tyres. Sadly, the fan that wanted him to go, he's unfortunately not going. He's going. I was talking about that. Mock as Kitchen dives Peter again, and this time it pays off as he's got past one of the Hasses. But Pyro isn't going to give this up easily, as on the back straight I can see he's going to start dumping some ERS. Oh, really? Yeah, let's have a listen in.
What's up, boys? Mach 1 here, straight from 35. Yeah, I heard the boys were commentating today. So I'm going to pull out the best as all possible. Catch you in a bit.
Wow, that was such a... the concentration that Mark must have. Oh, as Pyro gets spinning, almost. As Composite DNS into the pit lane wall, I'm pretty sure. No, he's just the... Composite. 130R. 130 as we have virtual safety car, I think, here for Composite. As Kazinikov pits for, I assume for hards. Anyway, I get to 5 seconds for his troubles. And Mock there with great radio message for us. Always likes to, I don't know, give his Canadian friends a hello greeting. I would love to try, but my Canadian accent is not the best. It kind of just sounds like an American accent. I think I prefer my people respect me more when I speak with a British accent. It is indeed. Oh, we are. Oh my god, I completely missed this. I thought it was a proper safety car as Skipper goes down the inside of Chef into 131R, 130R. As that's a great move from him as Kazinga goes down the pit lane side by side with Hans now as he into the first corner is ahead of Hans. Hans with a 3-second time, people. They seem pretty good. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't mind losing it to his teammate. But I mean, probably not the best idea if he's trying to fight his teammate for. Oh, as Chef goes wide down the inside, goes Kitchen, a free place for him. Mark probably gonna have a lonely race. I think Ralph's pulling away from him, but he's also pulling away from Skipper. So, our friend in British Columbia might just be quite lonely. Oh, there's McLaren spun round of kitchen. I don't know how to say his first his name, Doctor. It's like Doctor Scene. Doctor Scenic Kitchen. As fast lap exchange between Schreiber and I like saying Kazingle. I don't think that's his name, but Kazingle. Kazingle. Also, a loser from the start was TTV Nerdy Average Gamer, who lost for positions from 6th. Just as I was praising him for his ability to make overtakes in the race, he's dropped down. But I'm sure he won't mind the challenge of getting through the race. As another spin from Dr. Scenic Kitchen. Also, at the same time as we have the Division 3 race that I did, was in the party with some of the drivers before that race, and they were talking about how Fox Blue isn't as fast as he usually is around this track. Trying not to spin out, it's a very difficult track for him not to crash out, as going wide is MBB. I'm just saying that Division 3, I think Stavoulis is going to win, even though... Oh, the inside of R131. He does do it cleanly. Great overtake. Oh, as he almost goes into the back of Pete the Pirate, but a failed switch back from MBB. TTV now in the points, as he now chases down both Hassers. That's a great overtake. Well, so both Hassers separated by 4 seconds, so once Nerdy gets in front, he's going to have some clean air to charge into. As again, Dr. Scenic spins, but Peter Pirate is out. That does hand the face to Nerdy Gamer. Where is that? It's of uphill left-hander into from turn 7, is it? Turn 8. So that will we get some drivers? I think we see a lot of drivers pitting for the hard tyres. I think it will be quite difficult if every driver makes the stop, or because obviously with the new tyres, you don't have 2 sets of mediums. It's only, how many? It's like 3 sets of soft, 1 medium, 1 hard. Hans continues. Yes, soft tyres for Schreiber, hards for Kazingle. Mock comes into the pit. Soft for him as well. Him being a race engineer himself, I'm surprised with that decision. An avid race director. Skipper comes into the pits, goes on to hard. MBB goes into the hards. So I think it must be trying to do a 2-stop from the people on softs.
I would assume so. I think they're looking for maybe another safety car, another couple laps, which, I mean, I don't count that out. It is a difficult track, and I know we have a few safety cars.
We did. We had 2 safety cars. I think one was caused by, unfortunately, Hammers UK. Yes.
Just before that back straight. Another difficult corner. There are three corners that can really catch you out. The uphill left-hander on the exit. The one that Mock is just coming on the exit of now, just before the hairpin. And then, yeah, the one straight. The curves are just deadly. You stick the floor on those curves.
I think a lot of drivers running very different setups to us, Joe, because I was watching some of the qualifying and they were running all over the curve with a double right-hander at the end of sector, beginning of sector 2. You know the double right-hander, and you have the exit curb on the far left. And if you go on that, the car almost bottoms out. It's really difficult to control. A lot of drivers were on that curb. I don't know if it was because a misjudging of the corner or it was just the way they drive the car. Is it taken aback?
It is very easy to run wide on that corner, and I think you can survive it if you're very careful on the throttle. But it is going to lose you a lot of time if you're possibly out there because you have to release some throttle and try to off center. Yeah, it's a difficult corner to hook up. It's a very quick right-hander into another very quick right-hander. You got to pick your braking points right in those corners. But at the end of the day, yeah, you might run wide, but you take it off that throttle, kind of jump off the curb, kind of fight for time, loss, mistake.
I agree. That sector's always difficult with those two turns. So the track is quite hard to qualify on, to be honest. Getting the corners perfect, all of them.
I think the S section is probably one of the hardest areas to look up. You really have to be careful with the curbs as well.
Sometimes the curbs, yeah, they can be your best friend sometimes, and sometimes they can be your worst enemy.
It is possible to use the curbs a little on this track. I know I had used the CAD to get the car rotated a little more for better turning. But again, it's a very hit or miss thing.
I thought I'm a bit pondering why Kazinikov hasn't pitted for any step hards, as he's at the back of the grid with 6-step-old mediums. Maybe his tyres aren't as worn as he thinks he's still got some life left in them.
Was he on a different set because they're only 6 laps old?
I think,
He came in on lap 2.
yes, yes. I do think though that the front three will be overtaken quickly by Schreiber, I assume. But Schreiber, the problem is the softs only last 5 laps productively. Only. Really telegraphing when he's going to go, really, doesn't it? Schreiber gets a brilliant exit gumble with him as he's approaching BB Boldy. Down the inside in turn 1, just much better drive on those new tyres. And he's passed. As Destin Martin, the lone Aston Martin at the moment, is now putting up behind BB Boldy on the hards. Next opportunity, overtaking opportunity maybe into the hairpin. I wouldn't be surprised if Schreiber dives down there maybe. As Mark is close in the back of Ralph here. Mark on the softs as well, so he'll be trying to look to make up some places. What are you saying? I think he doesn't. Oh, there's a bit of collision behind. As there's a Ferrari spun behind. I heard the tapping of cars and MBB. Oh, and Kazinikov takes out Skipper there. Skipper comes up into the track, veers to the right. From Skipper, I don't know. I think Kazinikov just did the hairpin and Skipper's still trying to recover from the spin. Kazunikov blasts past, and Skipper unknowingly just drifts into his line. As now we're going to watch Mark try and make the overtake into turn 1. Can he do it? No, unfortunately he can't. Very difficult here. He seems to be all over the back of Ralph, but just can't pick the spot to overtake. He wants to do so. Gonna start to wear considerably. He's gonna want to make this as soon as possible. Oh, it's the upper left-hander. Gets perfect drive out of that side by side. Oh, this is very close. Maybe will he break? I don't know. I don't think he's close enough. Trying to get a better exit. Oh, which he does. Perfect drive. A little bump slows him down. Unfortunately, this is a great battle. As Mock is going to try again on Ralph. Ralph doing his utmost to defend Mark at the moment. As this is bringing the average gamer behind into contention, as you can see, 7/10 now. As into 130R, will we see an overtake round the outside? Fernando Alonso won. Michael Schumacher did it here. The car's much thinner, and Ralph stays in front. Somehow. This is fun. Oh, as he should make the overtake now. Oh, move. As if a yellow flag is Kitchen, I think, lost it a little bit. Wasn't a yellow flag, but. I think Skipper and MBB spun it, and that slowed down Kitchen as well in the turmoil. It's Kazingle and the AlphaTauri of Chef fighting, and it's also the other AlphaTauri fighting the sister team, the Red Bull, in P8 and P7. Yes, I do remember when did we have the safety car? Was it lap 10? Lap 9? My tyres were on 55 to 60%, and so maybe only 2 more productive laps there. As Scheiber dives down the inside of the hairpin and makes the overtake, so he's now in P1 on the soft tyres. As Kazingle, what's happened here? Chef has gone really off track and is letting everyone pass. As 2 drivers pit, which is Mark on the soft and BB Boldy on the mediums, they pit. Let's see, Mark looking for the it's unlucky for BB. Yeah, Scheiber just made a mistake going into uphill left-hander, what we were talking about. Those tyres really falling off now. If you go on his POVs, he's not doing too well. These tyres, you have to be careful. I think you have to pit at the end of this lap for the hard tyres. As the average nerdy gamer is trying to catch Ralph. I don't think you can. under safety car. I don't think. Yeah. They have to serve in an actual pit stop, or as Shivan into the pits. So yes, and a new front wing for him. Let's see, he's going to come out just in front of Mock, I think, or quite a ways in front of Mock. That moves. Oh no! It's Mock on the inside curve. Just that curve. There's nothing you can do. It's never going to be your friend. That inside curve. It's a safe entry, letting Kazinikov by. As Hans has now extended his lead in front of Kazingo, 3.6 seconds, 3.3 actually now. Actually dropping and.
Oh, that guy's got the left side pod of Moscow.
Oh, we can see, yes, on the camera. No. Cutting the grass. That's what robots would say in Austria. Very expensive. I'm just peeking at his lap times at the moment of Hans. He seems to be saying between 136 ones and 135 sixes. It's consistent. He's very consistent.
He is through the first sector down a exit and a half.
Yes, and we do assume that a lot of these drivers are using many assists. Like... And some may be using automatic gears, but that doesn't really affect you too much, does it? I think it's just in some corners it might get an unlucky shift and it off-puts the car.
I think with it's not really worth using.
As Hans is into the pit.
When you're using
Scheibe. On the hards. The train of Mok, Kisinikov and Baldy approaching him now. Obviously, the average game, very consistent here, keeping about a second to Ralph, staying in the DRS. Just waiting for his time. But oh yes, 14 laps on those mediums. That is, I do wonder they are going to soon reach puncture territory. Even if we go on board with him, we can see the degradation as he does pit now. You can see there's a huge line and different colour difference on those tyres. A great job to extend them for that long. But now he will put on the softs. He thinks the softs can go 11 laps.
Okay. So that's gonna
As Scheiber comes into turn 1 now, right on the back of Chef. MBB and BB Boulder getting 3 seconds in the last 20 seconds. And cool left-hander, could Scheiber gain on him? He is slightly, but I don't think he's close enough to make a move. But Chef, yeah, 9th, and that's a great job on the ERS there. As the spin, MBB and Shire and Skipper colliding again. Do wonder what this steward will have to say about this. As MBB definitely using manual gears there. As Kazinikov is close on Schreiber, who is close on Chef. Hans on the new hards. We talked about Hans. He pitted for. He stayed out on the mediums, didn't he? And he's very close onto the back of Kitchen. I don't think he can maybe overtake this. He will. That is. As we talk about that, Scheiber did dive down the inside of Chef into the final chicane. As now Kazinikov gets past Chef. Maybe damage for Chef? I'm not sure.
He could have had wing damage and just wanted to wait and stay out.
So unlucky, yeah. As Hans does now get past Scenic. Oh, there's a spin of BB Boldy there. Uphill. Uphill left-hander takes another victim. Looking for a late safety car, hopefully. That's what they'll be doing. Scenic is close on the back of Hans now. Hans' tyres, I don't know, just 3 tenths. Ooh, it's wide there. As we see here, does he gain on this section of straight? The RS as well, yes, that's just 10th of a second already, 10th and a half. That is crazy amount of, oh, he does get wide there. We check the penalties. He does have a 5-second time penalty compared to Hans. As it's 8 tenths, now it's 7 tenths, goes into 130R, now it's 6 tenths, now he comes towards the hairpin and it stays 6 tenths. Oh, he completely misses the first apex. has finally managed to lure in his prey. It is the nerdy gamer of Ralph is now 2 tenths apart. They are the sister cars. Uphill left-hander. Got to be careful that none of them lose it. Mhm. 2 seconds almost. It just shows which one's more important. I think he could have, Kitchen probably could have got away with running a bit more downforce today. Also, maybe the 5 second time penalty, as I actually he won't lose a place to Schreiber. Schreiber with a 3 seconds, so seems to be okay. Mhm. Mhm. As both Alpha Tauris are close on gaining a position here, 3 tenths between Kuznetsov and Chef, and 2 tenths between Ralph and I think it's the same with Ralph and Nerdy Gamer. If we look here, I think Nerdy Gamer is running more downforce. Gets really close to Ralph in the first and second sectors. If you go on board with him now, and then as soon as he comes into the third sector, he just starts to lose it a bit. Only slight, not as dramatic as as Ralph goes deep there. He's gonna let see. Look, he's gonna start losing time. Does he actually? Oh, yellow flag. That's he has, yes. Mhm. What he's gonna do? He's really close into the S's, really close. See, look, he's running. I think he's running. It's much more down for us. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not too much more DRS, but it's enough. And we see here double right-hander. He does start to. I think Ralph. Oh, as he goes wide there, could have been a penalty for Ralph. Into the hairpin. Oh no, he just don't know which line's better there. I think Ralph's. Ralph seems to. But again, we'll check how much. So 6 tenths at the moment if they go into the double left-hander. We'll see if. Oh, Ralph goes wide. Oh, they're really close now. Mhm. And then it. As MBB is spun, he's going to get lapped, is it, by Hunt or Ralph? One of them. Yeah, he's in a race of his own at the moment. 8 seconds in front of, not even talking about him. Oh, the gamer gets a 3 second time penalty. As you would say, you would think that Ralph might get another penalty, but I've just checked the race directory and it's Scheiber. It's Scheiber off at turn 1 again. That Mock gives Mock another place. He's P8 now. The disqualified, and that brings up the safety car. Is that what it was? Oh. As Hans gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. That's really unfortunate. But as you're talking about the fight between Average Gamer and Ralph, Ralph has not got a single warning yet. So he's doing a good job. No, the softs got to be the softs. But do the drivers behind him decide to stay out and think they can hold him? No. So that means the top 3 stay the same because they have such a gap on Hans that it's almost a pit stop's worth. Oh, he gets in front of. Oh, does he? No, but he'll be able to protect his teammate here, even though Average Gamer. Oh my God, no, Jug. Bog has just informed me that my voice is the only one hearable. We got to redo it. We got to redo it. Hold on. Audio sharing settings. Share party audio. Yeah, you should be here. I can't do a Canadian accent. Anyway, unfortunately I've been informed that Jug is not actually listenable, so every time that I've gone silent it has just been silence. Jug has not been talking. It just says you're really low apparently. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just that you're coming through. They can hear you through my headset. You know what I mean? Like, just. Anyway, the Mock does need to display a radio message here. He's the only driver so far. I can't do a Canadian accent shit. Oh no. Okay. Oh wow, what's this? Mock stays out. Let's hear this radio message. Hi team, I'm a race engineer and I know when to pit and when not to pit. So I'm gonna stay on these 12-lap-old hard tyres and defend my life against Kirstennikov. I'm Canadian. Goodbye. Wow, very informative from Mock there. Telling him he's from British Columbia in Canada. Also, his strategies are very, very, very unique. Just spend hours compiling data for all these races, so I trust whatever he's doing, and the team should too. That's so unfortunate that we can't hear you.
Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can hear me now.
Should we check? Let me get on the stream.
I had my share your voice to don't allow. And there it is! So, a little technical difficulty in DTR No Jug's brain today, as I forgot to enable my voice on other people's streams. Anyways, hi guys, it's lap 24 to 27, and you can finally hear me. We've just heard a beautiful radio message from Mach 1. Mach 1 talking about how he is a race engineer. He knows all the strategies, and he has run a pretty nasty strategy here today. I think he's on the 4-stop. Now he's on the 12-lap old hard tires. Lap 24, as we said before, the rest of the grid is trying to catch up at this point in time. Dylan, do you think he can make some inroads on the soft runners with those 12-lap old hards?
I don't think he'll make any inroads. Actually, that's a lie. Your average nerdy gamer has a 3-second time penalty, has a 5-second time penalty, I think, because he hasn't pitted. So we'll get going at the end of lap 26. That means we're only going to have 2 laps of racing. So maybe if Mock is super determined, and unfortunately Kazinikov with a very bad delta, as we see Kazinikov have to slow down to a walk on the pit lane. Kitchen has to slow down to a walk, and so did Chef. But they do catch the safety car, but very unlucky.
Now, Skipper and Baldy also had to basically stop before that final chicane. Does that happen when the some of the drivers on the grid enter the pit lane? Because we did have Kazingo behind the safety car the whole time, and that usually doesn't result in a delta.
I don't know completely, actually.
Might be a game glitch there.
I think it could be a game glitch. I can't really think about what it would be, what the problem would be. Anyway, you're gonna have to do a lot of commentating over these last 2 laps to compensate.
Alright, I'm ready to go. I'll just start screaming and you can try and follow with the camera. Last car to catch up here is going to be Skipper, I believe, as MBB underscore 06 has already caught up to the pack, but he is a lapped car. I believe he's just behind Mark, is he not?
Oh, I've just had a comment here from the FIA. It just says, Hans will probably get a 20-second time penalty after this race.
Hans? And what is that for?
That is for unknown reasons. Mr. FIA brackets DTR Bogrovsky has just informed me that a 20-second time penalty is in order for Hans.
So a 20-second time penalty on top of the drive-through and the 3-second he already had. That is a difficult way to go as we are coming out of the last corner here. Safety car restart. On board with Hans. Kazingo getting ready to go, and he punches it. So here we go. A great start from Kazingo and Ralph. Hans blasting his ERS, trying to keep up as Ralph going around the outside here into T1. Breaks early so he doesn't get the move done. Kazingo holding on to position. 2 racing laps left in this Japan race today. Kazingo firing it through the S section here, looking like he's carrying a lot more downforce than Ralph. Really taking off. He's within 1.3 seconds. Oh, he's just firing that car out of the S's now. 1.6. Kazingo with a beautiful start there. Jumping back to the grid, so both Red Bulls 2-3, but we have been informed about a potential 20-second time penalty. Nerdy average gamer right on the back of Hans here.
Oh,
looks like he wants to send one up the inside.
I've just realised that if he's talking about the drive-through penalty, if the drive-through penalty isn't served, he receives a 20-second time penalty. That's what it is.
Very true.
It's not on top of what he's already got. Also, I just want to inform that Mock is not falling back away from the average gamer, even if he's on the hard tyres that are outstandingly on 14 laps.
Mach 1 looking for a podium here today. 4-stop strategy. You know, boasting about his strategic calls on the radio, and that boast might just come to fruition. And there it is. Hans is going to jump into the
Hans
pits
pit.
and serve that drive-through. All Mach 1 has to do for this final lap is stick with Nerdy Average Gamer. Nerdy Average with a 3-second time penalty, I believe here. Is that correct? Yes, it is.
It is.
So 1.2, 1.1 now to Nerdy Average from Mach. Really going to have to push the car through this final lap. 15 lap old hard tires for him. Let's see if he can get this thing done. Kazingle 4 seconds ahead of Ralph in second place, so I think he may have this one secured if he can keep the car on track. And now we're just looking at an all-out push from Nerdy and Ralph as they fight for P2. Nerdy just wants to limit time loss.
Yes, Mark is really hoping the average gamer slows down. 2 seconds now, the gap jumps. Kasinikov right on the back of Mark as well. It's 2 seconds. Average gamer is dumping his ERS. He shouldn't lose any time. Kasinikov right on the back of Mark. Oh, poor exit there. Hopefully he can stay in front. Skipper DNF.
Skipper's now into the session.
Skipper's out down the inside of 131. Ah, he brakes. It's fine. 2.7.
Okay, so here we go. 2.7 seconds.
These are perfect chicane here.
2.8. Mark's really gonna have to fire it out of this final corner.
2.8. 2.7.
Oh, and he's gonna
going down.
He brought it down.
It's a podium. It's Mark 1's podium. British Columbian race engineer. It's his first Division 6 podium, and it's thoroughly deserved. I want a race interview with Mark 1.
Mach 1 definitely deserves a race interview today, but another shout out to the race winner, Kazingle, really owning this track here today. I believe I heard he out-qualified the grid by 1 second, and then we saw him run away in the middle of the race with an 8-second gap, and he pulls out a 4-second gap with 2 laps remaining in the race. So great job from him today to take the win.
Can we see if we can get the man himself into the party?
I'm just going to read off the grid, the finishing grid here, while Dylan looks for an invite for Mach. We have P1 Kazingle, congratulations to him on the win in Japan. Ralph in P2, Mach 1, the Canadian driver in P3. You don't see Canadian drivers that far up the grid a lot of the time. You usually see them in the wall. Nerdy Average Gamer in 4th, P20 Kurznikov in P5, Chef JB in P6, Kitchen P7, BB Baldy P8, Hans in P9, Skipper.
Who?
Opposite. So that is the finishing grid for your Delta T Racing Division 6 grid. We're looking to get Mach 1 in the party. We gotta hear about this podium.
He's accepted. It seems to be. It's just a matter of.
Let's see if we can get Kazingle in here as well. Talk to him about his race win today. And I don't have Kazingle added. I don't believe. Alright, we're going to try and pull a fast one here with Kazingle before he leaves the lobby.
That's an outstanding race from Kazingle, I must say. Same with driver of the day from Kitchen, he made up the most places today. As my co-commentator has just unfortunately left me alone. I do wonder why. I don't know if we're going to be able to grab this race interview with Mock. I would love to, but I don't think we will. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this race interview. So, I want to... Oh, Joe has joined back.
D-Max, is the stream still going?
The stream is still going.
Alright, we have Kazingle ready for a post-race interview. He was
perfect.
talking about domination, so I think he is pretty excited to tell his story about
I
the
wouldn't
Japan race
be
today.
surprised.
And here he is.
He ran his own race. Here we go, he's Kazingle.
Kazingle, do you have your voice shared? As I made that mistake today.
Should we check with the stream real
Let's
quick?
check on stream. As I made that mistake today.
Should we check? No, we can't actually, unfortunately.
Okay.
It will be somewhere in your party audio settings. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so
No
you're just going to
worries.
click the 3 little buttons on the top right, and then you're going to go into voice chat settings, and it should be share your voice.
Oh, we also have
There's
another.
Mark 1.
Hello. Does Mark have his share audio on? No, your share. Oh, no swearing in the
Hey, we're live
DTR
on
stream,
YouTube
please.
here. Mach 1, the Canadian, comes into the party and pulls a Lance Stroll. And that message was brought to you exclusive by DTR F1 TV. DTR F1 TV exclusive. Mach 1
It wasn't.
swearing.
I don't think. I can't actually hear Mark on the stream, unfortunately.
Okay, well, us here at DTR, we're still going to fine him $20,000 for that curse word he just said on the stream, even though you couldn't hear it.
I don't know. Is Kazingle? Can you get your? No, go to the party settings, and it should.
Go to the party settings, and it's the top right, the 3 little dots, where it says more.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go down to voice chat settings, in that,
Same with you, Mark. You should also do this.
and then share
I'm on.
your
I've done
voice.
it. I found it. I found it.
Okay.
I
Awesome.
found it.
Mock, if you could do that as well, that would be great. That's okay. That's okay. So it's with voice chat settings
Allow.
and allow. All right. So let's check to see if we can hear the P1 finisher and the
Oh,
P3
yes, we can now hear
finisher
Kazingle.
today. All right,
You guys got me? Hello. No. Hello.
Hold on.
I'm Jack. I'm Kazungle.
Yes, Kazingle, we know who you are,
Ah,
sir.
there we go. We have both drivers. We have Mark and Kazingle now
Awesome.
audible.
So, Dylan, I was not here for the qualifying session.
Yes, I would like to
Run us
ask
through.
Kazingle about his qualifying lap. A 1:29.9 you set, which was 1.1 seconds faster than any other driver on the grid. How did you feel? Was that
It was half a second quicker than my time trial time, so I'm not really sure what happened.
Then it's time trial
So,
time.
like, I did a setup that was kind of very first sector fast, like
Yes,
very
we did.
high wings. So I
We
was pretty
saw-
slow on the straights. But yeah, it felt really nice on the qualifying. I was able to throw it in at the first corner, and around the S's was great, and then I just kind of held on over the end of the lap.
It was. We did see the last safety car. You did zoom away as soon as we thought there was going to be a bit of a fight between you and Ralph, but you were 1.5 seconds clear at the end of the first sector. So I think it was setup
Yeah.
was really
I'm
great in the first sector.
I'm a little bit worried that I might get a 5-second because I was involved in an incident with Chef JB. So I wanted to. The safety car didn't really help me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens out of that. I think I got hit a little bit from behind in the incident, but let's see. Let's see if he reports
Yes, you
it.
really did. Apart from that, I don't know if we caught that, but you did dominate the race. I think it was 8 seconds at one point before the safety car that you were leading.
I didn't see him the whole race.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a
My
great
apologies,
performance
there are
overall
fans in the
from
background.
Kazingle. I think we can move to
Yes,
Jug
Kazingle.
and
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations on the
It's
race
my
win.
first win in the division.
Oh, first swing. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, guys.
We're going to move on now to Mach 1. So, Mach 1, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello.
Mach 1, the race engineer himself turned podium driver. Let's have a little talk about your race today. What were you thinking on the strategy? I think it was a four-stop you ran today.
I was really hoping you wouldn't actually bring that up because I completely pooched it. It was terrible. I grabbed the wrong tire. I went to soft, and then the entire time I prayed that there was going to be a safety car. And then somebody spun out, and I was like, sweet, here it is. And I dove into the pit, and there was no safety car. So then I was sweating for the rest.
Oh, my gosh. But at the end of the day, you ended up with the podium. I want you to talk us through the final lap there when you were behind Nerdy Average Gamer. The gap, 2.7 seconds over the line. Give us a little look into your eyes on that last lap.
The only thing I cared about was the 3 seconds. And I was saving that ERS the whole time, just trying to make sure that that never ticked up past 3. So I was kind of racing against the clock, not racing against those drivers at that point.
Yeah, and definitely congratulations to you. It was a very nice job to take those really old hards and battle to keep it under 3 seconds for the podium. So congratulations to the both of you guys on Kazingo, your win, and Mock, your podium. And thanks for talking to us here today.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the commentary.
No worries, anytime. A great division like this. And that brings
Nice one.
our race 10 in Japan to a close after talking to two of the podium, two of the people on the podium. Unfortunately, couldn't get Ralph, so yeah, that'll be bringing it to an end. Now, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Okay.